Good morning, gurus. Welcome to another episode. Hope you're having a beautiful day. Beautiful start to 2024. The year started on the second day with a big Bitcoin drop. Bitcoin dropping around 7 to 10% yesterday. We're going to check on the charts, and it annihilated the altcoins on that drop. Hit the subscribe button, smash that thumbs up button, turn on the bell. The drop is being blamed on a research company saying that the ETF might not be approved, and that false claim apparently is what set off this massive drop. But these are just narratives. Just like in 2016, 2017, 2018, if you remember, it was the China banning Bitcoin FUD that would be keep introducing into the market to kind of reset the funding rates and push down the price of Bitcoin. Now it's the US government banning Bitcoin FUD that's happening in 2023. It's just interesting how it's the same but 6 years later. Let's jump into technicals for Bitcoin now. We're going into the technical. And the markets, again, getting pretty wiped yesterday, not just in cryptos. WorldCoin down 14%. This is the one that I was buying. It erased all the gains that it made pretty much on WorldCoin. IOTA down 11%. IDEX 11%. Uniswap 10%. Doge 10%. Solana 8%. Huge drops. FXS 8%. SUI 7.7%. XRP 7%. Ethereum 6%. Total devastation to the markets. $88 billion, 5% of the market, $88 billion wiped. MCRT 5%, Bitcoin 5%, tech stocks, Unity 4.8%, Tesla 4%, 3.4%, Intel 1.5%. So this could be a sign of a topping forming on the markets. When you have these big, wild, big corrective drops all of a sudden with no news, it's kind of saying that the markets are getting toppy. The meat of the move has been made. That correction on Bitcoin was a big one. Look at this, and it held on, exactly holding on my trend line, which I find beautiful. But look at this, just break from 45, almost 46, all the way to 40k on just no news. Massive volume coming in on that drop. Bitcoin indicator bot is now saying that Bitcoin, it's said a sell. Crypto Guru bot still blew buy from the bottom. It hasn't fired a sell yet, but the Bitcoin indicator bot, which is usually the earlier one, it took away the sell. Yesterday it fired a sell, but now on this bounce back, the sell has been taken away. Interesting. So Bitcoin indicator bot still saying buy from the bottom. Hasn't fired it fired a sell, but it erased the sell after the bounce back. Daily stochastic heading down. Look at that, one of the biggest volume days. We had a volume day like this, but the price didn't drop so much. But you can see here we had a similar volume day here, where we dropped. We had on that day 292,000 Bitcoin sold. This day we had 306,000 Bitcoin sold. And on that day, it came down from 45,000 all the way to 40K, which is what we had right now, 46 to 40K. Then slowly over the month of December crept up. And then yesterday again, same kind of thing. Volume here, we had a big spike. Same. You can see what I'm talking about as I teach you in the crypto master course is these bars here. Each of these bars represents 1 day of volume. And you can see on the top left, that this volume day yesterday was 306,000 Bitcoin bought and sold. On the left side, 306,000. The day before, 180. Day before, 80. Day before, 68. So you can see the average daily volume is around 100,000 Bitcoin bought and sold. Yesterday was 300,000, 3 times the volume. When we had a sell-off like that here, we had similar sell-off, and then the next days it moved back up. We had a similar sell-off here, and then the next days moved back up. We had a similar sell-off here, next days moved back up. I mean volume-wise, same similar sell here, moved back up. These big sell volume. Here we had a big one back in August. We dropped from 29 to 22 and then slowly over the month moved back up. Where other days do we have big volume spikes like this? Here was one. Here was one. Interesting. Then a big bounce. So the true support is 40,200. That's where I would open big longs now, or add big positions. It's 40,200 because that's the real support where Bitcoin yesterday came down to. You can see it came down 46, came down, bounced off that support and wicked back up. So really the main area of support, the real spot support is 40,200. 42,000 is all the leveraged longs that piled in on the drop. But the true spot support is 40,200. So that's where I would open big longs or heavy longs if I was going long on Bitcoin from 40,200. So this second wave is not finished. First to second wave corrective wave is not finished. I thought it had started the second to third. Usually the corrective wave should be bigger though, first to second. So it does make sense. I mean, it could be from Bitcoin's move, it's moved so much lately that even a pullback to the yellow trend line would be quite normal. You can see this is the trend line we broke out of. So even a pullback down all the way to 36,000 would be very normal for Bitcoin after a move like this. Do I think that's going to happen? No. Why? Because again, the 40,200 is the true support. That's where the true bounce happened. 40,200. That's where the strong spot buyers started coming in and held up the price. Before that, it's just liquidations. It's just leveraged longs here. So this is the true support. So that's where I go long. 40,200 for leverage trading. Look at that. Interesting. 200 weekly moving average held quite nicely as well. 200 moving average not broken. For leverage longs, I would if I'm doing leverage trading, I would do it. The best point is 40,200. It most likely can come down there, but we are holding the 200 weekly moving average. So even from here for a leverage long under the 200 weekly movie and off the stronger supports here, that's for a riskier leverage trading in case Bitcoin does just move now. If this spot ETF gets, it's always better to buy the rumor and sell the news. So everyone waiting for this ETF, usually according to my strategy, buy the rumor, sell the news. It's always better to exit before the news gets announced. There's always a dump. There's always a dump after buy the rumor and sell the news. Most likely, you're going to have a dump on the news. So buy the rumor was the ETF is going to get approved. Bitcoin's going to be part of everyone's portfolio. Sell the news is the news of the ETF actually being announced, whether it's allowed or not allowed. That's buy the rumor, sell the news. It always applies in crypto in every single situation I've seen. Now, this is a unique situation because that rumor, buy the rumor, sell the news. Buying the rumor is the ETF being approved, meaning all the hedge funds, all the retirement funds all around the world, especially in America, when this ETF gets approved, can start buying Bitcoin. So right now, people buy Bitcoin in the big scale institutional way by buying MCRT, which is MicroStrategies, and kind of buying these kind of fake ETFs or companies that hold Bitcoin. When the ETF is announced, it means all retirement funds around the world, and especially in the US, can start putting their money into Bitcoin. A small percentage of it, even if it's 5%, is trillions of dollars. So that's why I think this news is different, this buy the rumor, sell the news. But again, buy the rumor, sell the news always works in crypto from the very beginning since 2012 when I got in, buy the rumor, sell the news. But in this situation, the news is the announcement of the ETF, which allows trillions of dollars to fly into Bitcoin. So again, it's a difficult one this time. But those are the trades I would take on Bitcoin. The stronger one from 40,200 with tight stop loss risk to reward is 39 times, risking 500 for 19,900 with no leverage. 10x leverage is 199,000, $200,000 profit. 100x leverage 2 million. That's the riskier trade from 40,000. The safer trade 40,200, and this one is the riskier one. 61 risk to reward, risking 299 for 18,500 with no leverage. I'll share these in the Telegram. My OKX 10,000 to a million challenge that I've started dropped massively yesterday, around 2K. Look at that drop, boom! It went from 10K It went from 10K to 17K, and now back down to 14.7. But I added to my Bitcoin position on this smaller 10K to $1 million account. I added to the position, so this trade is actually more profitable now. It's a $40,000 trade now, and it's bigger profit. So it's actually profitable. WorldCoin got hit hardest on that 1 million to 10K to a million. This account was 555,000, up from 150,000. Got hammered yesterday, so it dropped around 45,000, but a big bounce. I added more Bitcoin. So this trade is the same. It's and by the way, the funding rate got fully reset, 0.01. That's what I think is very good news for Bitcoin, everyone. If you've been following my videos the last days, I was saying there's a problem. The funding rate is too high. It was, to keep my trade open, was around 800, or it was becoming about $800 a day just to keep my trade open. 7 Bitcoin trade to keep it open, $800 a day. So that means now the funding fee is fully reset. So now the cost of my trade being open is much cheaper. You're going to see it in 33 minutes. I can show you how much it'll be, but it's 0.01. It was 0.1 yesterday. It was even 0.2 yesterday. So it was very costly to keep trades open. Now the cost of keeping a trade open just fully reset. So my this trade, it's 7 Bitcoin, $67,000 in the profits. This account 510. I added more Bitcoin yesterday. I had 2 Bitcoin in this account. Now I have 2.4 Bitcoin. So I bought more on that dump yesterday. USDT got 57,000. Uniswap, I'm gonna buy another 1,000. I'm just heavily leveraged in right now. I'm quite so like in. I'll show you what I mean. In this account, 509,000, but in cash, I only have 57,000. So 10% only in cash. The rest is in Bitcoin, Uniswap, which I just bought more of. Doge, which is down 10%, 51,000. MCRT 49,000, down 5%. FXS 47,000, down 8%. I bought more. We're all down 14k. I bought more Uniswap. Let's buy another K. I love Uniswap. But again, I'm too heavily... I think Uniswap is going to pump. I'm too heavily out of USDT and into crypto. So right now, and I would be better to deleverage. Yesterday took a big hit, 26k to the account. But it's okay. I think I bought the dip. So that's my thoughts on the market. Let's look at the total market cap of all cryptocurrencies to make sure. Now, we've got to be careful on these dumps. When you have big dumps like this, it means there's a little bit of weakness in the market. 200 moving average held on the total market cap. Total market cap, crypto market cap. So it's all cryptocurrencies, the entire market cap of all cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin and crypto. So Bitcoin and all cryptos, Ethereum, Solana, everything is worth 1.59 trillion. Before that dump yesterday, it was worth 1.7 trillion. So it was a $100 billion dump. It's 88 billion we said on Bitcoin. Look at the 200 weekly moving average. It held the trend line. Interesting. Volume growing. Volume predicts price. Look at the volume, everyone. Look how, yes, it's growing, but look, it's barely like beginning. Look at the volume in the 2021 bull market. Look at the volume in the 2021. These are very good news. If you're watching my videos right now, this very good news on crypto and Bitcoin. And look at the volume now. And look what the price we're at right now. It spiked down all the way to this major area of support. So the big support on crypto markets is 1.49 trillion. All the other lines when we were buying down the bottom exactly can go now. Now we just keep this major, that major area of support is 1.49 trillion. That's where we have major support now. Ooh, why did I get rid of those beautiful charts? Actually, I'll keep the charts and get rid of this blue line. Just move it. So this is the true areas of strong support now. I think this is the first wave of the Elliott wave count as well. First wave, and then this could be second correction. So that's a major area of support and a major area of resistance now. And it makes sense because back in 2021, while this video, I have to wrap up, 2021, we also had major area of resistance and support. Look at that. For many years, we've been in this area here. And now we just tried to enter it. So good news for Bitcoin and crypto. Those are my trades. That's my trade on Bitcoin, 67,000. Bought more. That's my 509 OKX. This is my $10,000 challenge, which I added more to Bitcoin, 10,000 to $1 million. Everyone in the Telegram is trading, discussing. You can join them all in Telegram. $4.5 trillion asset manager. Fidelity files registrations of securities with the SEC for its spot ETF. Bitcoin falls 5.6% on the day after Jim Crazy says you can't kill Bitcoin. It's here to stay. You can see everyone chatting and discussing, and this is just this morning's chat and people making gains on this drop also. Okay, everyone, I'm going to wrap up the video. All the links are down below, and don't forget there's a few more. January 10th, the Laws of Money course releases. It's not 8 days left anymore, it's earlier, so keep that in mind. And all the links to everything down below under the video, exchanges, crypto master course, Telegram. Love you all, have an amazing day, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.